Fox 5 News at 6 starts right now.
Okay, I had got in second period. It was like 20 minutes into second period. I heard gunshots. I'm like, is that actual gunshots or what? I see everybody getting up crying. I'm asking everybody, like, is this real? Is this a drill?
A mass shooting inside a Metro Atlanta high school claims the lives of 4 people and injures 9 others.
Everybody in here? Y'all know everybody in here? Yes. Anybody hurt? No. All right, stay put, stay quiet, and come back to you.
Investigators confirm the 14-year-old suspected gunman, Colt Gray, is in custody following the shooting.
And within the last hour, the Barrow County Sheriff and the GBI shared the latest developments in the ongoing investigation. They confirmed those killed were 2 teachers and 2 students. The GBI did not release the names of the deceased or give any other information about the victims. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Russ Spencer.
I'm Courtney Bryant. The shooting happened at Apalachee High School on Heyman Morris Road in Winder. Investigators rushed to the scene around 10:30 this morning after initial reports came in of shots fired. Authorities immediately placed the school on a hard lockdown. The GBI says officers immediately encountered the suspected shooter, Colt Gray, who was a student, and he immediately surrendered.
They say he will be tried as an adult. And tonight we bring you team coverage from all aspects of this case. Fox 5's Kevyn Stewart is near the school where the investigation is ongoing. Aungelique Proctor is at Grady tonight, which received at least 1 victim. Johnny Edwards is at Northeast Georgia Medical Center where other victims were taken for treatment. And Fox 5's Eric Perry was at the school when students were released to their parents this afternoon. Let's begin with Kevyn. Kevyn, what's the latest in the investigation at this point?
Russ, the road here is open and we have seen most of the people who were here have left the scene. This is an awful tragedy, and as you indicated, authorities got word of an active shooter situation here around 10:20 this morning, and when they arrived, they were confronted by a 14-year-old gunman by the name of Colt Gray, who quickly turned himself in. The sheriff says he is a student here and will be charged with murder as an adult. So far, 4 people are confirmed dead, 2 students and 2 teachers. No one so far has been identified. An additional 9 people have been taken to area hospitals in the region. Students who we have talked to, most of them said they had a chance to talk to GBI investigators before they left campus. We talked to one of those students, a 10th grader, and here's what he told us, what he told the GBI.
Well, the cops came in after they had one of the shooters in custody. So they had us walking out with our hands up, and they were telling us to go to the left, to come out through actually these doors right here. And they told us to come back, and when I looked to my left side on the floor, I saw one of the shooters. And then like I would say 10 inches before that, there was a kid that was deceased. And then I had to exit to go to the field where everybody's at right now. So.
You doing okay?
Yeah.
All right, I want to clarify something that he said, misspeaking. There is only 1 shooter here. That person is in custody. That is 14-year-old Colt Gray. Investigators have been talking to him, trying to get a sense of why he did this. The sheriff called this pure evil. They want to talk to folks who know him, know more about what happened here. If you have any information, you are strongly encouraged to call 1-800-597-TIPS. Once again, that number is 1-800-597-TIPS. Reporting live in Winder, Kevyn Stewart, Fox 5 News.
Yeah, they're going to want to know the answers to a lot of questions after today. Kevyn, thanks. We now turn to Fox 5's Aungelique Proctor, who is standing by at Grady Hospital. That's where we know one person who was hurt was rushed late this morning.
Aungelique, of course, Grady, a level 1 trauma center here in Atlanta. What can you tell us about the person who's being treated there?
Well, we have been monitoring the situation here at Grady Memorial Hospital since early this morning. It was about 11:35 that I actually heard the chopper arrive here, talked to 2 employees here at Grady who said they watched that chopper come in, and they talked about how quickly it came in and how deliberately it came in, that clearly there was something urgent happening here. We have talked to hospital officials. They confirmed that patient is a gunshot victim patient. They are not, though, talking specifically about the gender of that person or the condition. We have been talking to hospital officials all afternoon trying to get more information. We did, however, see some activity about 1 o'clock today. That's when the GBI showed up and they rushed into the hospital. They did confirm that they were part of the Apalachee High School shooting case, but exactly what they were doing here at Grady, they would not disclose. We watched them go in. They stayed for about 2 hours, came back out at 3 o'clock and left. So we have been watching, looking for more law enforcement or family members of the person who is here, looking for Barrow County license plates, tags. Many people have been talking about this shooting, surprised that so many people are here, lots of media presence here at Grady Memorial Hospital. We will continue to monitor this situation and let you know if there are any changes.
We know you will. Aungelique, thanks very much. We'll check back. Let's get to Fox 5's Johnny Edwards now, who's live outside Northeast Georgia Medical Center in Barrow County.
And that's where medics took some of the victims for treatment. Johnny, what are you finding out there?
We're here at Northeast Georgia Medical Center's Barrow County Hospital, about 7 miles away from the high school. From the outside, it looks like any other day here at this hospital, but of course inside it's anything but. Behind me right now, 6 survivors of today's school shooting now being treated. 2 of those are gunshot wound victims with non-life-threatening injuries. 4 of them came here today for treatment for symptoms related to anxiety or panic attack. At this hospital's Gainesville location, another gunshot wound victim is being treated there. That's of course a level 1 trauma center, but also with non-life-threatening injuries. And at the Brazelton location, another patient there being treated for panic attack, anxiety. And so that's 8 victims total being treated at Northeast Georgia Medical Center facilities. We don't know their names, ages, genders, whether they're students or teachers. The details are still just trickling out, and we'll get those to you as we get them. Reporting live from Winder, Johnny Edwards, Fox 5 News.
All right, Johnny, thanks for the update. Tonight, Apalachee students are back home with their parents as they were released once that lockdown was finally cleared.
Yeah, and you can't overstate just how central this school is to the Winder community. Only a population of 20,000 and almost 2,000 go to that school. Fox 5's Eric Perry was there as parents picked up their children. Eric, quite an emotional time for them, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely, Russ, Courtney, hello to both of you. I was there parked probably about 1.5 miles away, and I walked with many of the parents as they parked wherever they could and made their way to the school. Here, I want to show you, we've also seen a Salvation Army truck that looks like it's coming here with additional resources. The GBI here is still on the scene as we're right outside the main entrance. They're monitoring who's going in and out, but a very emotional time for many parents who were in the football field in the stadium there as they work to reunify and to meet their kids. They're not knowing what mental state they will be in. We talked to several kids here and several students. Listen to Caitlin, who says the gunman knocked on her door and was her classmate, but they did not let him inside. Take a listen.
Well, I was sitting in my classroom and he came up to my door, or the door to our classroom. Classmate got up. She went to open the door, but she didn't because she saw that he had a gun. She announced it. As soon as she announced it, he started firing. We all went into the corner. Yeah, we just kind of heard a lot of gunshots. Then we heard a lot of, and then maybe 3 minutes later, we heard police running in. And then as soon as we went out, it was flooded with police officers and a lot of deputies. At our door, I'm gonna say 4. I remember hearing 4. And then he went to the other classroom next to ours, and I'm pretty sure I heard 6 to 8 gunshots. And then I'm pretty sure he moved on to another hall because I heard more gunshots.
And I feel bad for the teacher because he was a teacher favorite. He was mad. He opened the door to see what's the commotion, and then they shot him right there.
All right, back out here live. We saw a lot of parents, but we also saw what looked like faculty and staff members coming out emotionally in tears as well. The GBI here on scene, we've also seen them bringing in what looks like some sort of a barricade setting up there, as well as this investigation is just beginning here. But again, a very emotional day here for students, staff, but really a community coming together. We've seen so many people coming out with bottles and cases of water, Gatorade, handing them out to those parents and to those students. That is some sort of a silver lining here on such a tragic day. Russ, Courtney.
Yeah, Eric, no one should have to live with those kind of violent memories, especially children. We appreciate your coverage there. Coming up, a local church is holding a prayer service for the community following this tragedy. We'll also have local, state, and national officials with their response to the shooting.
So many much needed prayers going towards that community tonight. Let's show you a live look outside. Here closer to our area through the Georgia Power camera. It's been another much cooler day outside. Nice to get a break from the hot summer weather.
Very refreshing. And Fox 5 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist David Chanley joins us now with the details of today and what's coming. David?
We found temperatures today down below the average. We found a nice little east wind. We found lower humidity. Just very, very pleasant indeed. 84 is where we stand now. That's been our high so far today, and 65 was a starting point this morning. Look at that dew point in the lower 50s. That is some dry air here in North Georgia, especially for the first week of September. So we got a lot of folks right there in the low and the mid 80s in the metro area, but we're holding on to some 70s up here in places like Gainesville and Canton and Blairsville, even 79 down the road in Griffin there in Spalding County, a little warmer out towards Rome and Eatonton. As we take a look at what's going on, there's that easterly wind. Now we're going to start seeing a few more clouds in here overnight tonight as we start seeing overrunning here. This moisture coming up out of the Gulf come up and over the top of the area of high pressure that's kind of wedged itself in across our region. And so we'll see clouds on the increase, not anticipating any precipitation until we get into maybe later on Thursday. And we got a chance of a little light rain shower. More significant rainfall starts kind of rolling on in here by the time we get on into Friday. Right now, the heaviest looks like it's going to stay down to our south, but we'll see some light rain and patchy areas of drizzle in here by Friday. In the meantime, tonight, see no rain chance at all. Temperatures sliding out of the 70s on into the 60s by early tomorrow morning. In fact, when we start the day tomorrow, we'll be right there in the mid to upper 60s in many spots, and then highs on your Thursday afternoon, tempered again by cloud cover and that east wind. We're going to hold it right there for the most part near 80 degrees here in town. There'll also be quite a bit of 70s across the area, and that is down below that average there of 86. We'll talk about the rain chance rising and what you can expect for the weekend in just a minute.
All right, David, thanks. Vice President Kamala Harris campaigns in New Hampshire. Her plan to expand tax breaks for small business startups.